Hey guys, Enter the Stars. And I did a lot of work on ley lines probably last year. Worked with Jeff Lewis, great channel, connecting ley lines. And I wanted to demonstrate to you guys that the ley lines still work. Okay, this is the closest map that I could find to what we've discovered. It's like a contact lens placed on a table. The only difference with this map is this one goes concave back up to a higher rim. I don't believe the Earth does that. I think it's exactly what it looks like on the inner part of your eyeball on top of that lens. That's, I believe, where we live. And it's somewhat globe-like. It's a flattened globe. It's half of a globe that's flattened. It looks literally like a contact lens. Just imagine that instead of this outside part curving up, it continues to curve down, and it looks exactly like a contact lens. So just extrapolate these continents down, leave this middle the way it is, and I believe that's what we have. So what does that do to our ley lines? Well, many of them remain intact. That was one question. I'm going to demonstrate that in a minute here. But first, I wanted to clarify what I believe we're looking at. The inner part of the eye, backside of the lens, looking up into the retina. Okay. Now, a couple things happened. People asked about time zones. Sun and the moon travel around this contact lens Earth. Time zones happen as the sun moves around this side, and then it's dark over here and light over here. The same way it works on a globe. The difference is it's only half of a globe. Okay. Now, that's why we get sometimes these time zones that don't make any sense, but they make sense on this map. All the planets and the sun and the moon are underneath the firmament. Outside of the firmament are the stars. So we still have places for the satellites to go. We still have meteors, which are in the solar system of the planets. And all that happens just above us within the void, the dark cavity of the center of the eye. The retina is God. He's behind the retina, behind the tree, the branch-like tree of life. But since Eve partook of it, we can't see God right now. All that's going to change pretty soon. Now I'm going to start drawing some lines. Now, I know I caused a bit of confusion calling this a flat Earth. It's really not a flat Earth, and from this point forward, I'm going to use the terminology lens Earth model or contact lens Earth model, unless someone could come up with a better name. But let's do a little experiment here. Let's draw a line. There is Teotihuacan, Mexico, the 180th ley line. It goes across up the east coast seaboard, eastern seaboard, and it goes in right around in here. This is where Stonehenge is, and it connects to Stonehenge. This is the most popular ley line that we've been able to discover. Now, you're looking at this line, and check this out. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's simply flattened out. Here's the 180th ley line. Through the line, it goes up the eastern seaboard, just as it does in this model, and ends up over here just above Africa. Let's zoom back in and see if it did what we said it was going to do, and sure enough, it did. Now, all this is not exact, and I don't know if this map is exact. I could not find a lens Earth model, and maybe that is the deception. Maybe they gave us a flat Earth, and then they gave us, I've seen all kinds of Earth models out there. Maybe that's why all this came out. You guys have to think about this. Maybe all this flat Earth came out because they knew that knowledge was increasing, and eventually we discover this lens Earth. They wanted to muddy the waters, get everybody confused, get people at odds, globe and flat. Well, guess what? It's somewhere in the middle. And that's my personal belief, and I'm trying to put forward information on that. Four corners of the earth, They've got some angels here. I'm not sure quite what that could mean, but I was talking to a subscriber about the four corners today and trying to figure that part of it out. What you guys have to understand is many jots and tittles have been added and taken away from the Bible. Whole books have been removed, and we're not able to piece together the complete story. They're not even calling some of the same words the words that they're supposed to in the concordance. They're giving them altered meanings to kind of muddy the waters and the truth. Now, I haven't checked all the ley lines. There's another one that goes from Teotihuacan, Mexico. That same point here goes over the Arctic and into Kazakhstan. It's one of the lines of death. And see, you can't see, this is the only map that they have. But if we could see this map, it would go something like this. And look, again, this is possible. Here's Russia, Kazakhstan, and the ley line does virtually the same thing. It's just flattened out. So anyway, you guys, just thought I'd share that with you. Take care and be safe.